Yeah, for the camera. So, the word I had for the week was concise. It's an adjective, and it basically goes into one of the precepts we get most of the time. It goes into Sirach 32:8, which says, comprehending much in few words. And that's literally the definition they had on the etymon online for the word concise. It says it's from the Latin concissus, which means to cut off or to be brief. And it says to cut in pieces. So what I got, first precept, how the point could you get 2 Timothy 2:15-16? And on the wrong, could you get Hosea 6:5? But also what I had on the definition, it says concise frequently refers to style and signifies the expression of much in few words. Succinct is generally applied to this matter, the less important things being omitted, thus a concise style or phrase, but a succinct narrative or account. So basically when we rebuke in different doctrines and stuff like that, you know, certain things that they do is lawful, but like the scripture says, all things are lawful, all things are not expedient. So we, with the scriptures, we cut through that and get to the important parts that's actually pertaining to salvation. All right, so I'll continue this.
This is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15 and 16. Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
Right, and that goes into being concise because, you know, when we get the breakdowns, or when we out on the highways and the byways or doing videos, you know, brothers for the most part just get the important parts of the precepts that can actually be applied in everyday life. But when it comes to like the deeper breakdowns, that's just so we can be rooted. So like the Elder Monaghan said earlier, sometimes people will come past and they'll ask a question, try to sift brothers that ain't that rooted, but we already know what it is. Even if we don't know every single aspect, like 2nd Esdras 12 or 11, we know the bulk of what we need to know to operate the way Yahweh Shai wants us to operate.
Verse 16, but shun profane and vain babblings, for they will increase unto more ungodliness.
Right, so that's why we concise with it, because there's certain things they may ask us, like the first thing I heard myself was, what happened to the tribe of Dan? Now we know that's not conducive unto salvation, so, you know, the elders already got the breakdown, but the point is we focus on, you know, keeping it concise. We go into Revelation 7, we see the 12 tribes that are going to be marked as part of the elect, and we know ultimately the tribe of Dan will find that out in the kingdom. And it's a bunch of other things we don't get into that the Lord is keeping for the kingdom because we saved by hope. And if we knew everything, we wouldn't really hope. There's certain things we want to know, but right now we got to put it to the back burner. You got it up?
This is Hosea chapter 6 and verse 5. Therefore have I hewn them by the prophets. I have slain them by the words of my mouth, and thy judgments are as the light that goeth forth.
Right, so and like the Raj Monaghan was getting into, Yahweh Shai, he is that light. So that's how we know the way to walk. So we know how to cut through the false doctrines. We know how to cut through Jake doing too much, adding more to the scriptures than they need to. Oh, well, GMS don't go into this or they don't go into that. We go into pretty much everything, but certain things, they don't need to be talked about. That's why the scripture says we saved by hope. Certain things the Lord's keeping back from us, like the knowledge of every aspect about the new bodies. If we knew every single aspect, we probably wouldn't go that hard. If we knew exactly who the elect was, if we knew, like, for example, you Isaiah or you Jeremiah, we probably wouldn't go as hard as we do. All right, so it's just a bunch of different things the Lord gave us so we can cut through the scriptures properly, all right, and we can also cut false doctrines while we're doing it. So our conduct, even within that, we cut off the useless shoots. We purge our conduct so we make sure that we walk in a way that's acceptable unto the Lord. All right, that's all I have for that. Shalom.